Definitely get ready to extinguish something because we're getting raw wood on the property, which means it'll probably burst into flames because it's my kind of game, and that's what happens. Fire loves me, and it wants to be near me at all times. Good morning, everyone. Dave from the Wee Hours here today, checking out Mountaincore, a colony builder about a bunch of dwarves who have to survive and thrive and build a home for themselves. Hey, wait a minute, Dave. This seems familiar. Don't worry, gentle viewer. I can read your mind right now. Yep, you didn't know it, but this is Psychic Dave talking to you. Psychic Dave reading your mind, and you are saying to yourselves right now, wait a minute. I swear you played something similar to Mountaincore on the channel not even that long ago. Yeah, it was called King Under the Mountain. This is the same game. No, really, it's exactly the same game. King Under the Mountain is Mountaincore. Mountaincore is King Under the Mountain. The worm is the spice is the worm. We get the picture here, right? There's a very long story attached to this, but the very brief version is a new publisher came in, wanted a lot of updates and changes and a rebranding into Mountaincore. At the last minute, the publisher pulled out, but the developer was allowed to keep going on with the changes and the rebranding. So here we are with Mountaincore. So I wanted to come back into Mountaincore because I enjoyed King Under the Mountain. I love a good colony builder, and I wanted to see what kinds of updates and changes have been made to turn it into Mountaincore. Now, this is not available yet. This will be out in about a couple of days as you're seeing this video, out on the 18th of April, according to the Steam page. And wait, oh, hang on, Psychic Vision. I'm having a Psychic Vision. Psychic Dave is having a Psychic Vision. I'm reading my viewers' minds, all of them one at a time. It's a slow process. There's quite a few of you out there. Okay, the Psychic Vision has come through. Hey, wait a minute, Psychic Dave. Also, very happy we can call you that now. Wait a minute, Psychic Dave. I already own King Under the Mountain. I'm gonna have to pay again for the same game. That's a ripoff. No, gentle viewer. Psychic Dave is here to ease your fears. If you already own King Under the Mountain, I am assured by the developer that you will be given Mountaincore for free. Now, I have left a link to the Steam page of both Mountaincore and King Under the Mountain down below. You're going to want to go and check those out. You'll get information there on how that will happen, how you are going to get Mountaincore for free if you already own King Under the Mountain. But enough waffle. Why don't we actually go check out some Mountaincore? And let's immediately slam it into pause mode as we do. Dave's awesome dwarves here. Now, I know we did the tutorial when we played this under King Under a Mountain, but again, there's been almost a year's worth of development on this. I see we have horses this time. I don't remember having those the last time, so I am going to reluctantly go through the tutorial and just see what might be new that I'm unaware of. Probably lots of things. I'm unaware of many things in my life. Well, after a few quick how to move around in the game and change the time tutorials, which I feel you could have lived without, I'm on the Settlers Management page. I'll tell you right now, this is very different from what I remember from King Under the Mountain. First of all, it looks better for a start. This is bright, it pops, I can see what's going on. I won't understand what's going on, but I can see what's going on here. So, Calder Strongarm, my journeyman stonemason. Apparently these are your skills. So you are a stonemason, a woodcutter, and you have a skill at being a villager. Like Embla here is pretty much only a villager. You're like 3 times a villager. Is that like being 3 times a lady? Talk to me about that, Embla. So you are 3 times a villager. Now, Hackett down here, you got a farming skill, I guess? So 50 to 51, 30 to 31, I'm going to assume, without actually bothering to go through the tutorial or anything like a sensible person, that that is your skill. So you're better at farming than you are at woodcutting, and you're terrible at being a villager. 1, 2, 3. Numbers are pretty easy. And then up here, I betcha, without being told, I could narrow this down into like, who's my best chef? Nobody. Nobody can cook a meal around here. Oh, super. Yeah, Yari is my best blacksmith. Hammond and Torney, both pretty good at carpentry. Can anyone farm? Yes, Hackett, we just looked at you. Weaving, nobody can weave. Woodcutting, we're pretty covered on woodcutting. Pretty much everyone can chop a tree down. How about the basic dwarf skill of mining? Really? We got like 7 dwarves, only one of them can do mining? What kind of dwarf game is this? Okay, show me my other screen here, my resources. So right now I've got, it looks like 350 rations. Well, that seems very good. Apparently 0 are available out of that 350. But they're probably on the carts or something. We probably have to go and get those. What else have I got here? Fuel, we have none. Granary. Products. Oh, we have things. Got barrel hoops. Apparently we have some actual barrels. Looks like we've got 48 blocks, some buckets, cauldrons, ingots. Okay, planks, we got a few of those. All right. So we're not starting out with completely nothing. Raw materials, we obviously have nothing. We got some seeds. Great. Do I know what kind of seeds those are? Now, this is mildly concerning. I see 120 out of 120 on seeds, but food, 0 out of 350. We're all going to starve to death again like King Under the Mountain, aren't we? Now, the first actual thing we're going to need to do is set up some farming. I was just informed by the tutorial, these guys can go drink at the river if they need water. Now, I know for a fact one of the first things I did wrong when I was playing this as King Under the Mountain is not really scout around and find, an actual good location to live. I just plunked ourselves down right in the middle of nothing. So, can I see, what this is? I can. It's a marble rock wall. How about this? Sandstone. Okay. What's going on there? Is that coal? I can never pronounce that word. No, seriously, that word is just like a blank spot in my mind. I can't pronounce that. So I'm just going to say coal and hope that somebody else knows what we're talking about there. Hematite, that one I can work my tongue around. And what is going on up here? That's more hematite. Can I see what that is? Unexplored, so I can't see exactly what kind of rock that is. There are elephants. Okay. Wasn't exactly expecting elephants, but here we are. We've got elephants. Hopefully they're fairly placid. So here's what I'm seeing. Got mountains over here, quite a big one. Now my first instinct is to start tunneling into the earth, but mining is probably going to take time. Especially because apparently out of 7 dwarves, only one of them knows how to swing a pickaxe. What is that? Oh, that's shale. And more elephants over here. Okay, we seem to have landed in sort of an elephant-y zone. Now it seems over here, I have a good selection, a good variety of different rocks. I've got the shale down there, got some limestone, got some marble, and I've got the coal right up here. How about some of that hematite nonsense? Is that kicking around here? No, I'm lacking in that, but I'm going to have a lot of trees. I'm going to be right near the river. This seems... Oh, there's some hematite right there. Yeah, we're setting up camp over here. Okay, so farming counts as a rune. All right. Yeah, this is similar to what I remember in King Under a Mountain. It's just bigger and brighter and poppier. So farming, farm plot, great. 0 out of 70 and 4 of them. Okay. How about if we put the farms, up here, kind of out of the way, basically. So you need 70 tiles. Oh god, math. 10 times 9, that's 90, Dave. Okay, farm plot 1 is going to be potatoes. Farm plot 2, a little bigger than I wanted, but there it is. Tomatoes. Now, how about something like wheat? I should probably be doing the hemp. You know what? I always underestimate clothing and tailoring in these games. All of them. Every colony builder, tailoring is the thing I'm doing last. I'm going to assume that hemp is going to be our cloth of some sort. So let's do a new farm plot, except I think I just made that one. I just made that one hemp, didn't I? No, I want that to be tomatoes. All right. I'm going to get this right. Don't worry. This is all going to work out this time. It's not going to be like King Under the Mountain. Apparently, I was supposed to skip hemp. No, I refuse. I absolutely refuse. We have crops assigned. I'm going to have naked dwarves. I would like them to be clothed. 3 settlers as farmers, but keep some assigned as haulers, as they're responsible for moving things around. Yes, that's what hauling is. Okay, so I need to go to the settler management screen and try and figure this out. All right, well, let's start with something obvious. Who's good at farming? Hackett. Okay, great. So your priority, I guess, is being a farmer. I guess I'm kind of reading skill versus priority. I'm misreading that. So you're going to do some farming, and you're going to do some wood cutting, and then you got really no plans after that. You're just going to hang out. Can I change this from here? I can. Okay, good. Which one of you is hauling? Hauling. Maybe hauling is just generic. Maybe hauling is villager. Okay, Hackett, you're into farming right now. Go do some farming, and then I'll make sure that other people are also doing that. Nobody else has any real skill at it, so what are we probably not doing soon? Embla, you don't have anything to do right now, so why don't you go into farming? And then what are you, stonemason? How soon are we going to be doing stonemasonry? Wood cutting we're probably doing immediately, I would imagine. And then maybe carpentry too, so we can make planks out of wood and whatnot. Blacksmithing might take a bit. Who else? That's about it. That's all I've got. So, actually, hang on. Why do I need to make it a top priority? How about your third priority is farming? All right, we're not doing the first 2, so in theory, you should go right to the next one. Now, why do I have an arrow here? Oh, I can just move them around. Okay, that's cool. I like that. You just kind of shuffle them around if I want to just change that for any explicable reason that I can't immediately think of. And of course, it's right into the core of any colony builder, stockpiles. Select rooms and select stockpiles. Yeah, sorry I'm going through the tutorial like kind of carefully, but I'd really like to see what's different. And last time I played King Under the Mountain, everyone starved to death really quickly. It was a bad time. So let's try and actually do this correctly. Stockpile. Okay. I would like this to be apparently for tools. And again, guys, we live up here. Okay, this is where we're going to live. So why don't we put, say, because I want to maybe do some construction over here before I start tunneling into the mountain. How about you did that over there? Okay, so I got 72 spaces there. Good enough. All right, to get the most from my crops, we're going to need stuff. Soup from vegetables, bake bread from grain. That was far harder to say this early in the morning than I thought it was going to be. Place a kitchen, and rooms need furniture. And then I'll need a barrel and some stuff. Okay, make a kitchen, put some stuff in it. Can do. Now what I'd ideally like to do is put this inside. But I don't want to actually sequence break the tutorial in case there's something really important, and there will be, that I won't pay attention to, because I won't. So what I'm going to do is put my kitchen down and then hopefully build around it later. Kitchen bakery. Okay, show me an icon that looks vaguely like a kitchen. A feasting hall. All right, fuel refinery. Oh, hello. Okay, so we got power coming at some point. Trading depot. Ooh, that sounds good. Which one of you is a kitchen? The one with the chef hat, Dave. The one with the chef hat. Okay, so let's put this. I don't actually really know how much room I need here. Water barrel, a worktop, and a cauldron. Oh, it just pops right up. Oh, that's handy. Okay, so a water barrel. Let's get that to go down here. Make sure we don't interrupt any pathing there. A butchery worktop. And then what else have I got? A kitchen worktop. Okay, I should probably put both. Wait, what's a grist mill? Grinds wheat into flour. Oh, okay, that I can wrap my head around. Okay, very good. Fish barrel. Great, cool. Import barrel and export pallet, rather. Not barrel, pallet. I was on a barrel kick, excuse me. I feel we should put both of these down. Both the butchery and the kitchen. Like that. And then what do? You're a cauldron. Well, we need one of you anyway. I'll put you next to the water barrel because that seems sensible. Now, after all this, let's actually turn the game on. Sorry about that, guys. Where are we, by the way? Go minimize yourself, please. Where do we... we're all moving. We're on the move. We're doing things. We're leaving the carts and horses behind. Yep, to heck with them. Can I see what's on here? Oh, I totally can. Yeah, okay, so beech barrel, oaken barrel, a bunch of barrels. All right, so what's your plan? I assume the farmers are going to just rip out of here and start some hot farming action. How about everyone else? Do you guys want to... Actually, hang on. There's a thought breaking into my brain from about a year ago. I feel I need to demolish the carts. Because right now, I don't think they're going to take anything off of there. Ooh. Oh, I don't know, though, and I'm not sure. And I'm going to do it anyway. What the heck? Welcome to the channel. All right, so we get things moving a little bit quicker here. I just want to see what their plan is. Like, what are you going to do, guys? What's your move here? All right. Oh, you are putting things in there. I think you just cleared... You're clearing some stuff. Okay. And you guys are getting right into the farming. You're all up in this farming. In fact, many people are farming. Well, 3 are farming and the rest are clearing. Okay, I get it. That's probably a villager action, I would imagine. Just sort of getting stuff out of the way. And now you're heading down. The farmers are still farming, which is it's good. That's exactly what I'm paying them to do. I don't know if we're paying these dwarves, but I feel some sort of compensation is in order. Beer, probably. I know. Our stuff is like 1,000,000 miles away. Can I cancel? Oh, we've already destroyed it. When did we do that? Are we going to get stuff out of it? And can we get stuff out of the... Oh, it's nap time. Okay, we'll come back in the morning. Without going too crazy trying to sequence break the tutorial, I'm just going to set up some other stockpiles because we're probably going to need them. So how about one here for products? Okay. And how about another one for raw materials? So like right next to this, we will put that. Oh, no, that just made the whole thing bigger. Okay, remove this. All right, let's mess with this. Remove that. There we go. Better. So this one is now products. Okay, so I still need one for raw materials. No problem. Back to stockpiles. back to raw materials. Just don't do it right next... No, not right next to the other one, Dave. Okay, how are we doing up here, kids? I know, I probably made the farms ridiculously big. How'd we do down here? Okay, construction of Dolostone kitchen worktop. You're waiting for Dolostone. Okay, perfect. How about you? No work here. We got birch and a kitchen knife. Okay, so that'll probably be a tool. That'll go in the tool thing. You did get the cauldron up and running, though. Okay, so are you guys, me, dwarves, talk to me here. Are you, I know it's a very long walk, are you getting stuff out of here, or do I have to demolish this again? You know, I'm just doing it anyway, because I don't think we need the carts. Why, we're not going anywhere. We literally just got here. Also, are these my horses? Can I have these? It is domesticated. It's a domesticated animal, so we got a couple of horses. I think one of them has wandered off a little bit here, but looks like those belong to us. And what I'm going to set up is just chopping some wood, because we're probably going to need it, right? I mean, it's a colony builder. Chopping down trees is like day one. Definitely get ready to extinguish something, because we're getting raw wood on the property, which means it'll probably burst into flames, because it's my kind of game, and that's what happens. Fire loves me, and it wants to be near me at all times. I made these farms way too big. Way too big. But hopefully that'll pay off in the long run when we don't starve to death. Okay, products are being moved. People are moving things around here. Probably got some people... Wow, they just tore through the forest. You guys do not mess around when it comes to chopping trees down. How are we doing here? We still need to move the barrel and the work top. Can I prioritize that? Can I go into... Where's my kitchen over here? Can I go into here and give this some sort of... Yes, I can. Lower, lowest, normal, highest priority on these, please. Let's do highest priority. You're waiting for more knives to be available. How about this one over here? All highest priority. Let's get the kitchen done. So it looks like products, the stockpile for products also includes raw materials. So, I mean, it doesn't have to. I could take this off. I can customize this. But if you guys are cool just dumping everything here, then I don't think we need a raw materials stockpile. Like, what do you think you have? Just raw materials. Yeah, this seems unnecessary. Why don't we just go ahead and delete this? No, not disabled. I want to just get rid of it. Yeah, just go ahead and get all of that out of there. There's no real reason to have two. Yeah, they're still dragging their feet about getting the kitchen set up here. How about if we mess with some priorities? Like, is that maybe a construction task? Is that something where I should put someone to, like, maximum construction or something? Do we even have construction? Carpentry? Okay, I get that, but I assume that's sort of making things into things from other things. Blacksmithing, cooking, etc., etc. I feel this falls under villager. I feel just basic building falls under villager. So I probably just got them tied up doing too many other things, like moving all the stuff first. Olaf, how you doing? Come talk to me. You're a journeyman miner. You're my only mining dwarf. You're a little hungry, a little bit thirsty, but you're well rested because you are, in fact, sound asleep right now. What have you got on you? You got 47 rations. Okay, that's got to last a while. You got 47 rations on you. That's got to be pretty good. You've got 46. You're well fed, but you're a little bit thirsty. Good news. I actually planned in advance, kid. The river is right here. Okay, the barrel went in, so we got that covered, and the cauldron is here. We're still waiting on the construction of this, so we need some birch and any kitchen knife. And the dolostone for the other table. Again, it's going to be way down in the carts that we showed up with, but the carts are about 3/4 of a mile away. It's taking them a little while to walk stuff back and forth. Well, it took them a couple of days, but they were finally able to walk all the way down to the carts and bring all the stuff back here. So the kitchen is technically complete. We haven't finished with the butchery workshop yet, but that's not priority right now. I mean, it is. I've actually got it marked as high priority, but it's not really priority right now. Feasting hall, however. Mark a cauldron to be placed in the feasting hall later. Okay, how do we do that? I've got cauldrons down here, I think. Yeah, I got a steel cauldron right here. Is there a way to mark that to be put in the feasting hall later? All right, place a feasting hall. I'll cope with that part first. I'm going to set this up next to the kitchen with the idea that later I will enclose all of this in some sort of construction. So let me see. Cauldron. Sure, we've got one of those. A beer tapper. All right. Bunch of chairs. Neat. How about we don't have We have a certain quantity of planks, but mostly we just have raw wood. I should probably get some sort of carpentry going right now, but let's just throw a cauldron in right there and call it a day. Let me check my resources. How much stuff do I actually have? What did I show up with here? Got 45 blocks. Okay. Ingots. I actually do have more planks right now. What if I know the game is not telling me to do it, but what if we got a table going on here? A feasting table or a serving table? I bet you we're going to need both. How about I made this out of wood and put that, say, over here? Okay, and then a feasting table, also out of wood. Wow, these things are big. Let's put that, say, right smack in the middle there. You know what? Get the chairs going. You know you're going to need it. Let's do stone chairs. That'll be fun for the kids. All right, next bit of tutorial, very easy. Start some mining. Can do. We've already covered the chopping trees down part. We've got that. Why don't we get a little bit of this hematite? And let's start the great progression into the mountain, because we all know that's where I'm going to end up anyway. And what I should probably do is put more than one person on mining. So who doesn't really do much of anything around here? Olaf, you're my only miner. How about Hammond? You're a journeyman carpenter. Calder's a stonemason. How about you don't bother cutting wood, kid? All right, just don't bother with that. Why don't you go right into the mining trade? Hopefully between the two of you, you can get this mined out so I can get some stone blocks and then make that into something else. And you know what, on that, why don't I just sort of preempt and figure out what I'm going to need? A masonry workshop and a carpentry workshop is probably the two things I'm going to be asked for next, I bet. Well, no luck with pulling any stone chunks out of here, so we're going to have to keep the party going. I may as well start preemptively planning out what I think is going to happen here. Do I want... No, not all of those. No. Let's try that again. Just these two. Just going to make one big corridor going down here. And then we know we're going to need bedrooms of some sort. That's just how games work. So how about there's a bedroom sort of dormitory area, like, say, this. They're probably not going to be, like, super happy all sleeping in the same room. But again, Colony Builder 101, that's where they're going to sleep until we get something else sorted out. So here's a thought. Can I create a stockpile within a room? So a sort of sub-stockpile, if you will. Just for an experiment, can I do a food stockpile in the kitchen? So food, can I make this go like that? No, doesn't look like I can. Okay. All right, so I'd have to put that sort of next to this or something. No, not next to it. That just makes the other one get bigger. I don't think it needs to be too huge for right now, although my farms are massive. But yeah, let's put a food stockpile right there. Again, with the idea that I can enclose all of this later and make it into, you know, a building instead of just sleeping out on the ground. Ah, we found some coal. And we're still working on moving stuff down here. Again, it's a long way away, and they're carrying one thing at a time. That's going to take a while. Do these things degrade? Should I be worried about leaving these out in the open? I don't seem to have any sort of degradation on it. Birch planks, those seem to be fine. It doesn't look like they're going to decay at any point in the near future. Beach wagon. We got all sorts of cool stuff in here. We should go down and get this, but we're very, very busy dwarves today. Well, they pulled enough rock chunks out of here to move on to the next thing, which is, again, no surprise. Masonry and sawmill. Kind of saw that one coming. Haha, pun intended. See what I did there? Sawmill. All right, I'll get to the stockpiles. Now, I know I was going to make this a dormitory, but I've got a perfectly good room here, so why don't I put some things over here? Show me one more time. You wanted masonry workshop and sawmill. Okay, masonry workshop and sawmill. How about we did the masonry workshop in here? What if this was my masonry workshop, and then you want a stonemason's bed? Ooh, this is going to be tiny. It's going to be... Well, you know what? We can dig out more rock now, can't we? And what else is in here? Ore crushing, import, and export pallet. Okay, I'm going to have to make that room a lot bigger. A lot bigger. What I did see while I was just kind of waiting for them to do their thing is we've got really cool stuff in power and water here. I've got a whole water wheel, and I could theoretically put this up right now. I don't think I have the capacity to get electricity going or anything along those lines. I say that. Power. Aha. So there's my power grid. And I could run power. No, don't get... Just, dude, focus on rocks, okay? Don't get ahead of the game here. All right, well, let's do something sensible. Let's have them mine out more of this, because obviously we're going to need this to be quite a bit bigger than it is. So get all of that mined out. And then let's do another... Oh, hi, traders have arrived. Hello. Construct a trading depot. Probably not. No, we won't get into that right now. We'll look at that later. Let's get another room set up. I'm going to imagine the sawmill is probably going to have to be just about as big. So let's get that. That's so much. Oh, it's going to take them so long to do that. I need way more dwarves. I know. I should just put it outside, and then I'd have it done. And this is exactly what I did wrong in King Under the Mountain. I wanted it to look nice rather than favoring essential things like survival. Now, one thing I definitely remember from King Under the Mountain is pillars. We will very much be looking at pillars so the roof doesn't collapse on us. So when they get that dug out, pillars for everybody. Okay, who else could do some mining around here? You are Calder. Why don't we bump you up a little bit? Move this like that. Make sure you're focused on that. Anyone else not really doing much of anything around here? You could go into some... Well, actually, you do farming, though. Why don't you go into some mining? I can't have no haulers. I've still got some people who are going to move stuff around. Embla, why don't you do mining as your lowest priority? No, haul stuff first. Embla, come here. Haul stuff first. No, Embla, you're doing it wrong. Embla, come here. I want you to do this. No, why are you not doing this? What? Why? Why do you hate me, Embla? What is your problem with me? What have I ever done for you? Well, the stone masonry thing is up, and I could start setting up some bills here. 2 blocks out of any boulder. Okay, gems out of an uncut gem. Ooh, there's gems. Millstone and some pipes. All right, so we're going to have to make plumbing pipes. Fair, that's fair. I mean, that is literally how it works in the real world. You just can't have magic water flowing everywhere without some sort of direction to them. If I wanted to set this up, how do we go about doing that? So crafting, yes. I want you to do this. Do this 2 blocks thing out of stone. How do we achieve this, Mountaincore? How do you and I come to an understanding about how this works? All right, let's start the pillar game here. Let's make sure we've got this covered. So put a pillar there, and then when they get that out, I'll get a pillar over there as well, and keep putting in pillars as we're going down. Let's not have the roof collapse. It's nap time again. Okay, well, you guys have a gentle snooze, and hopefully the roof won't fall down while you're in there. Now, hopefully when we start harvesting all these, well, odd little farm plots, because the farm is way too big for the number of seeds that we have, we'll come up with more seeds. So, in theory, every year we'll be able to plant bigger and bigger and bigger farms because we'll have more seeds every time that we harvest it. That's my thought, anyway. Pillars under control. I just want to be very clear about that. Not down here. This roof can still collapse. But pillars under control in what will be the carpentry workshop. Speaking of pillars, why don't we pillar this up a little bit? So, building, pillar, do it out of wood for right now, just because I'm confident in my wood production, and I still haven't figured out how to actually make stone blocks. Okay, so you are going to be a sawmill, and you need a wood cutting bench. Can do. Can I squeeze that in the corner? Yes, I can. Well protected by a pillar, I might add. That pillar, the materials are going in. That's cool. And when they get this room extended, I'll obviously just drag out this room and make the whole thing into the stone masonry thing. It looks like there's a lot of things to put in there. I want to make sure I've got plenty of space. That is probably an excellent place to call it on Mountaincore for today. I think we'll come back to this. I liked King Under the Mountain. I'm liking Mountaincore. I'd like to see how long I can keep this going. The answer in King Under the Mountain was not very long. Everyone basically starved to death, and it was terrible and awful. And I'm making all the same mistakes again. I want to be clear about that. I'm doing exactly the same things wrong that I did in King Under the Mountain, but I'm working on it, and I think I'd like to keep poking along at this. Guys, do please let me know in the comments what you're thinking of Mountaincore. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time. But maybe we close the door during a zombie apocalypse, Cinnamon, huh? It's just basic security technique. If the door is closed, Cinnamon, the zombies are going to have to work harder to get in. What you've done is put up a big sign on the top of your roof here that says, "Hey zombies, this way for food." All right, is there an actual fire, or are you just telling me that fire is a thing that exists? Because I'm very familiar with that. Fire loves me, and it wants to be near me at all times. And I'm pretty sure they're trying to beat him to death with a baguette, which is less effective than you might commonly think it would be. I have created epic fruitcake. Those words have never been uttered in the entirety of human history. That sentence has never come together. I have made epic fruitcake.